Nighttime is supposed to be for winding down, relaxing, and having a nice peaceful sleep. But what I'm about to tell you might actually give you nightmares and might have you setting up a recorder while you sleep just to make sure that you are sleeping alone or just with the appropriate people. Weird shit seems to only happen at night, and the last thing you want is to be sleeping and having some of that weird shit happening to you. Here are 5 stories of people who have captured unsettling noises while they sleep on a sleeping app that they have downloaded onto their phones, just to record their motions and their actions while they're sleeping. But they've recorded so much more than they've expected. Hello and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. If you don't know what's going on here, I am a horror artist and I like to draw what I talk about in the videos. Now I like true crimes, I like anything to do with conspiracies, ghosts, aliens, anything like that, anything that's scary, and I also like to draw. So what I do on my channel is I combined all these genres to hopefully bring you a unique experience. Now I do my best to try and bring you the most accurate information out there. So what I do is I look through all the research and I gather up all the consistent stories across all the websites that I research and I put them into these videos. And if you do like any of the art that you do see in these videos that I do have a Redbubble store where you can purchase the print. All you need to do is go down into the description and click on the link to my Redbubble store and you can purchase a print. Now, if you are a creative person and you like to make things, I do have an Etsy store where I create felt toy patterns. You can create your own toy with the patterns that I have up on my Etsy store. All you do is you need to purchase one, you just download it, you can print it out or look at it on a device and you can make a toy, a creepy toy, out of felt. And I've also got plushies on there as well. So I have horror movie characters. I also have other character designs that I've created myself on there. Just head across there if you're interested and you can have a look at the range. I'm adding patterns all the time, so just keep checking back if you want different and new patterns. Now with that being said, let's get on with the video and let's get on with the drawing. Sleep apps have become popular in recent times for people who want to know what they do in their sleep. You install the app on your phone and the app utilizes the microphone on your phone to pick up and record any sounds it detects while you're sleeping. The apps will pick up snoring, talking in your sleep, sleep apnea, and any other unusual noises that you do in your unconscious state. Popular apps to use for this are Sleep Monitor, Shut Eye, Better Sleep, Sleep Cycle, and Sleeper's Android, just to mention a few. These apps will turn on automatically when they detect a disturbance. What's been terrifying users is that they are picking up more than they are expecting, and the noises they are hearing are paranormal-like. Are people picking up paranormal activity? Someone breaking into their place and watching them while they sleep? Or is it a bug in the app? A 28-year-old woman named Robert Esplin was absolutely terrified when she captured a voice on her sleep app while she was home sleeping alone in Cramlington, Northumberland. She has an 8-year-old son who was in his own room at the time and 2 dogs who were outside of Robin's room. The app called Shut Eye was downloaded onto her phone and claims to record your quality of sleep and any sounds you make while you are sleeping during the night. At 1:10 a.m. on a Tuesday morning in 2022, Robin's Shut Eye app recorded a Cockney man's voice say, "Can I rip the sheets down?" Just before the recording ends, Robin's pug Alan starts barking. Robin swears that no TV was on and Alan only barks when there is a noise he can hear. She also makes sure that all doors and windows are locked at night while sleeping, so no one should be able to get in and nothing was out of place in the house. Robin contacted the app's support team to get their take on it, but no one has replied to her as of yet. She said she is truly terrified to go to sleep at night now after finding this voice on the sleep talking section in her app, and she is now going to set up cameras in her room to hopefully get to the bottom of this eerie voice that she heard. Could the app have picked up a ghost in the home, or did someone get into Robin's room? Another user of the app called the police when she checked her app the next morning to hear two men whispering around 4:45 a.m. in the morning saying, "Did you put it in the bag?" And another says, "Yeah." She too is a single woman living alone, and this just sends fear into your very nerves. The police did not find anything unusual in the house, and nothing was missing, so this too is a mystery. A woman named Jenny, who goes by the user RedWantsBlue80 on Reddit, states that she was using a sleep app called Sleep on Android to try and improve her sleep. After a month of using the app, she didn't get anything exciting, just the usual coughing or snoring. But one night at 2:04 a.m. on the 30th of October 2016, she started getting recordings of an unusual, unexplained clicking noise that got louder throughout the night. Once the clicking stopped, Jenny can be heard saying, "What are you doing?" And what she heard next sent chills down her spine. A man's voice replied with, "Nothing." She had no memory of this, and she said she didn't have anyone in her room that night staying with her. Not long after that, the same male voice can be heard saying, "I'm dead." Theories floated around the internet, and one was that she must have did the voice herself, but people picked up on the hertz of the voices. Jenny's was 265 hertz, and the male's voice was 95 hertz. This would have been impossible for Jenny to replicate that tone so low. It's even too low for a man's voice. People think it was a paranormal experience, and a ghost was communicating with her. People also speculated that the clicking noise was someone going through Jenny's belongings, but she said nothing was taken from the home or disturbed. After months of still continuing to record her sleep, Jenny updated the Reddit thread by saying that she had not had any more strange, unexplained recordings since that night, and she did relocate to another house that is hopefully less creepy, with hopefully no more voices picked up on her sleep app. Do you think that this one was an intruder or another ghostly encounter? A family in Chicago moved into a house that seemed to be plagued with paranormal activity. Family members would feel something behind them when walking up the stairs. They would hear random knocks, scratch sounds, and footsteps stomping all over the house at night, and this went on night after night. Elvia G, who posted the recordings, said the family decided to turn to a sleep recorder app to see if they could shed some light on the phenomena. They activated the app and then went to bed. The next morning, the family heard a sound that curdled their blood. Howls were heard all through the night, and it seemed to be coming from all over the house and from within the house. Other noises that were captured were the sound of like a desk dragging across the floor, but it was not heard in real life, only heard on the recorder. Another man downloaded a sleep app on his phone to record his sleep patterns, but didn't count on what he heard. When he reviewed his sleep app, he heard himself talking in his sleep, but not just any old talking. He was talking in another language. The problem was that he only spoke English. But after he had taken the recording to a language specialist, no one could determine the language, as it was not anything that was heard on Earth. And to make things even creepier, he was whispering it too. One user had a truly chilling experience with her sleep app. She woke up to review her sleep patterns only to hear a giggling baby. The giggling went continuously for 1 hour during the night. The sound of the baby giggling seemed to move and was captured all over the house, including the bedroom and hallway. The problem was she didn't have any children. Reddit user CLM Bun decided to record her snoring for health reasons to see if she needed a follow-up doctor's appointment for anything that was picked up in the recording, as she lived alone. Over the first few nights of using the app, what she heard traumatized her. Not only was her snoring picked up, but whispers were also picked up from multiple voices, and it sounded like she was being attacked in her sleep from the certain noises that were coming out of her. She tried using sage smudge sticks to cleanse her home and removed mirrors facing the bed. This apparently helped dramatically, but weird and whispering voices and noises still happened, but not on the scale it was happening. Some of the recordings that she mentioned sound like a male voice saying her name, but it was a little unclear. But this voice of a male is interacting with her in a very aggressive way. Also, the user claims to have no pets. As I said before, people speculate that the apps are picking up the paranormal. Potentially the house they occupy is haunted by previous people who have died in or near the home, or a spirit that has attached itself to the person. It could even be some weirdo that has broken into the home and watching the person while they sleep, or a pet making noises that sounds like whispers or something otherworldly. Some people even go as far to say that the app makers are implanting sounds into the app to either entice people to keep using the app, to keep recording their sleep, and even making money off the person buying the app to keep using it to record more and more out of pure curiosity of what they might hear next. People even claim to use the apps without any internet connection to the phone, cutting mobile data and Wi-Fi, so turning your phone to aeroplane mode. And people claim that they don't hear the ghostly noises anymore, so possible app developer injections could be happening. There has also been quite a few people that have had their homes cleansed and blessed by priests or ministers because their sleep app has picked up paranormal activity, and after this was done, these people have no more issues in their home. So have you had any weird experiences with sleep apps? If you have, please let me know in the comment section below, as I would love to hear your stories. Also, what do you think about these users' stories? So the illustration that I decided to do for the video today was basically of a person sleeping in a bed, and they're still asleep. They're kind of like in a comatose sort of trance type state, and they've got all these creepy little monsters coming up from the bed, like there's arms coming from underneath the bed, and then there's these other things coming up from the bed as well. One's got his tentacles wrapped around his legs, and the other one's just staring at his eyes, like with these droopy, goopy looking face tentacles hanging down. And then there's other arms coming up from the bed, holding the app up, recording some weird, whispery, creepy sounds. That obviously the blue thing that looks like a caterpillar type thing with the goopy things hanging down is obviously whispering to sort of stir this guy up a little bit, so when he wakes up in the morning, he's going to hear some weird sounds and he's going to be freaked out. And the other monster on the other side is just playing around with this guy because he's in a sort of comatose, sort of deep sleep. He's pulling his eyes back, and yeah, they're sort of just making fun of him. They could even be like taking selfies as well of this guy, as well as recording. Just sort of, it's kind of like just a bit of a comical sort of take on the creepy nature of these stories today. So anyway, that is it from me. If you like this kind of content, like and subscribe. Dislike it, I couldn't care less, because any interaction that you do helps the algorithm find me and pushes me out for other people to find me as well. And hopefully you watch whatever is left of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.